glasses. They keep finding their way onto me. They make me look like Elton John. And every time I sit down, I've got like 5 pairs of reading glasses, like strewn around the house, strewn everywhere. And if I just randomly pick up a pair, it's always these motherfuckers that land on my head. They make me look like Elton John. I fucking hate them. They're round. They make me look like a fucking owl or something. So now I gotta go get glasses. Man, there's always fucking something with this stupid podcast. I ain't doing these podcasts no more, man. There's always something fucking weird going on. Hang on. Oh, wait. Don't move. Actually, I was at work the other day and I didn't have any reading glasses. So I borrowed a pair. I went up to the front office and, you know, customers leave glasses behind. And I borrowed a pair and I said, you know, can I just borrow them? And they said, yeah. So I was wearing them all day to read shit here and there. And I got home, my wife said, what's that on your head? And I'm like, reading glasses. She goes, there you go, granny glasses. I'll show them to you. I don't think they're granny glasses. She said they are granny glasses. Hang on, just wait. Just wait. Wait. Where the fuck else are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Huh? Just wait I'm not editing this. That's too much work. Just wait a minute and I'll get them. I got him! Okay, so this is them. And I just took them. I didn't know. I was like, yeah, they'll do. I don't think they look like granny glasses. They got little dots around them, but that doesn't mean they're old lady glasses. I guess they could be, yeah. Yeah, they're a little old lady. Well, why can't guys have dots around their glasses? Okay, so I'm going to talk about something that's going to be really, really difficult, but I got to get to it. It's a story that came up the other day, and I thought it would make an interesting story, but it's actually got a purpose. Like, I'm telling this story because there's a lesson to be learned here. There is. I believe that from the bottom of my heart. There's actually a lesson to be learned in what I'm about to say. So the story is simple. A few years ago in another job, I worked with a dude called Mike, okay? That's not his real name, but I'm just going to call him Mike, okay? And he was a good-looking dude. He was like 6'6". He was huge, right? Fucking gorgeous, okay? But he never seemed to get a girlfriend, you know? Or he never seemed to keep a girlfriend for long. And, you know, he's going along, and he always seemed kind of lonely as well, you know? So it was kind of weird to me, and I thought, well, maybe he's gay and he's just pretending not to be. But no, he would say, he'd say, well, I wish I could meet the right girl. He'd say it all the time, and I'm like, Mike, you're fucking gorgeous. Like, I wouldn't say it that way, but I'd be thinking, Mike, you're fucking gorgeous. I'll meet somebody someday. I'd articulate that part, you know? So this girl started, and, you know, they started flirting with each other. She was good looking, he was good looking. And then they started going out. And for 2 minutes, man, Mike looked really, really, really happy, right? For 2 minutes. And she did too. And then, it was probably like about a week later, they both looked fucking miserable, okay? Miserable. And you could see it on their faces. Like, Mike would walk around and I'd go, hey, Mike, and she'd walk around, you know, and I'd go, hey, Bernice. Oh, shit, that was her real name. And she'd go, and she'd be so sad looking. So I was like, what the fuck, man? Why? Mike's just dating, she's just dating. They look like they were so about to fall in love, and now they're both fucking miserable. This is a true story. I swear to God, I wouldn't bullshit you. So I didn't really know Mike that well, okay? But he did have a friend that I worked in my department and we would hang out, you know? And his friend's name was Tony, right? So I kind of brought it up to Tony one day. I said, hey, you know Mike, man, he's dating this girl and I thought he'd be happy and he's miserable, you know? And she's miserable too, you know? And they both look really, really unhappy. And it's been going on for like a few days now. Every time you see them, they look really, really bad. And she looks really unhappy and he looks really unhappy, you know? And I'm like, what's the story with that? And Tony, we were smoking at the back of the sheds. Tony looks around, you know? And he's like, Dave, I'm going to tell you something here, right? But you have to, this is a few years ago, so I don't mind saying this now, you know? He said, you have to promise me not to tell anybody what I'm about to tell you. Okay, and I'm like, of course not, you know? I'm like, what's wrong, you know? Why is this dude never keep a girlfriend? Why is he's only dating this girl like about a week and she's fucking miserable looking, okay? And I said, like, is it something to do with sex, you know? And Tony said, yeah, but you have to promise me, man, because Mike is huge. And he'll fucking kill me if you tell him, if you say anything, right? So I'm like intrigued. I'm like, I won't say anything, Tony. Like, what's the story? He says, well, he's going to have sex with this girl, okay? Yeah, and they were getting it on. This is what Mike had told him. They were getting it on, you know? And long story short, it wouldn't fit in. And I'm like, what? Tony goes, it wouldn't fit in. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, Mike's penis won't fit in her. And they tried everything and it won't fit in. And I'm like, it's hard to ask a guy this, but I'm like, Tony, does Mike have a really, really, really big penis? He goes, Dave, he goes, I've been swimming with the guy and I've known him for a few years. He said even before his penis gets erect, it's fucking huge. I mean, it's like fucking enormous. And I'm like, whoa. And he said that Mike told him when he gets erect, it gets to like something like probably 13 inches. I'm like, bullshit, man, that's not possible. He says, yeah, it's fucking, but it's not the length. It's the fucking, he says it's like a baseball bat. You know, bigger, you know, he says it's fucking huge and it won't fit in. This is a true story. I know I did a skit on this. This is actually a true story. I swear on my mom's life, this is a true story. Okay? And I'm like, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. He says, yeah. And the poor girl, he hurt her. But he didn't, obviously he stopped. But trying to get it in and it hurt her. And they tried it again and it hurt her, you know? So they're both miserable now because they don't think they'll ever be able to have sex. So I'm like, that's fucked up, man. That is totally fucked up. So about a week after that, she broke up with him, okay? And he was fucking devastated. Like, he looked like every time you see Mike, it looked like he'd been crying. And I'm not kidding you, like a good looking guy, it looked like he'd been crying, like really, really crying hard. And then to kick him in the fucking ass, she started dating about another week after that, another dude, right? And I swear to God, right, this dude, I got a picture of him because I took it off his Facebook. This dude was tiny and like fucking skinny, and he wasn't good looking. And I swear if you looked in his pants, he would have a dick this size. I'm telling you, there's no way he was carrying anything bigger than that. And the long story short, the thing that gets me, Suddenly, Bernice started looking really fucking happy. Like, all of a sudden, you know. And there's a passage of time going on. Like, it's not just happening in one day. Like, weeks are going by. She starts looking really happy. And Mike's miserable because some fucking doofus has got his girlfriend, you know. And he's obviously making her happy. But that got me thinking, isn't that crazy, though? You know? I mean, we live in a world... I think it's so unfair. I think, like... God made a mistake. He should have made all penises the same size and all vaginas the same size. But because he didn't, they're all different, you know what I mean? There's all these problems, you know? I mean, it's kind of like your penis is kind of like the porridge in Goldilocks, you know? Is it too hot? I.e., is it too big? Is it too cold? Is it too... You know what I mean? You got to get the right fit in, you know? And it's hard. It's hard to get the right fit in, you know? Like, isn't that so unfair, though, you know? I mean, you could spend your whole life looking for the right person, and you find her, and your penis is too small. How do we deal with this, man? I mean, the penis is too small, the penis is too big, the penis is not the right size, a little bigger. You know what I mean? It's so fucking... God made a mistake. This is a fundamental flaw in the creation of the human body. Different size penises. I mean, am I the only one who's been thinking about this? That, you know what I mean? Why can't they come in the same size so that, you know, it fits? I bet all livers are the same size. Well, maybe not, but still, you know, it's just it seems like a bad design. You know, if you're gonna create a penis, man, just make them all the same size. Don't be doing this fucking 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches. Just make them the same fucking size so we don't have to deal with this. Poor fucking Mike now. He's out there, he'll never find a woman. You know what I mean? He'll never find a woman, ever. Yeah, and look, this is not a comical podcast. I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm just saying that God made a mistake. He made a mistake. Okay? Especially with me. I want my money back. I sometimes I think this, right? I'm like, God, seriously, could you not have given me a couple of more fucking inches? I really mean it, just a couple of more inches, you know what I mean? Just fatten up the sausage a little bit.